Hi guys, this is the instructions for the Unit 8 portfolio for World Geography B. This is the last portfolio for this class. Note where this portfolio is located. It is in the last unit, Unit 8, and in the last lesson, Unit 8, Lesson 4. It's at you will turn it in on the very last page of this lesson here. So it's in the lesson entitled A Second Chance. The directions for this are in the lesson, and it says that the Environmental Protection Agency has hired you to research one of several environmental problems. For this assignment, you will need to identify, research, and gather information on an environmental problem. And you are going to find at least two articles, one talking about the severity of the issue and one talking about solutions to the issue. And we're going to talk about that and show you how to use the template that we've created to organize your research. Here are your topics to choose from. You have 5 broad topics and then areas of focus. So you're going to be doing your research on one of these areas of focus. For the purposes of this video, we're just going to talk about acid rain. So, if I were to choose that as my broad topic, it's water pollution, and my area of focus is acid rain. So I'm going to be doing all of my research on acid rain, but you can choose any of these areas of focus here. Let's talk about how to find articles for your research. The best place to start for this project would probably be a search engine like Google. And let's just type in acid rain because that's probably that's the first one. So, here it'll give you like a small description of what acid rain is. That's an excellent place to start and to read. Here you actually have the EPA website that you could use. Um, Scrolling down some, a lot of you like to click on Wikipedia. Wikipedia is an excellent place to get like an overview of what acid rain is or what your topic is, but it's not really a great place for you to use for formal research because anybody can edit this. But a lot of times, if you scroll like all the way down to the bottom, they'll have a lot of articles here that you could use that they have referenced in the Wikipedia article. And so, if you're looking for articles, a lot of times this would be a good place to come. But let's stay away from Wikipedia as your primary source. Here, let's talk about the difference between good information and bad information. We are practicing how to do formal research for a presentation. So we want to stick with like government organizations like the EPA. This is the US Geological Survey. That's perfect. Maybe news organizations. Down here, you'll have like the BBC. You could do like universities that do research in this area. That would be fun. You could use a video if you want, but looking here, this might be an excellent video about acid rain, but this is formal research. Do we really want to use Peekaboo Kids as our formal research? Probably not. So we want to, steer away from those types of things. And National Geographic would be a good one. News organizations, again, government sites, those type things. Now remember, you're looking for 2 different articles. You're looking for one article that explains the severity of the problem, that is how bad the problem is or why the problem is bad. So if you wanted to add that to your search, severity, you might get more focused articles on, it talking about why acid rain is bad, right? And so that might help you some. Same thing for solutions. You also need an article for solutions. So if you add that to your internet search, then you're going to get more focused results about that thing. What can you do? That would be an excellent article to use because it also provides some of the information that you're going to need for your personal goals section. Okay, so, again, staying away from sites like How Stuff Works and more focused on sites like news organizations, government organizations, universities, those type things. Okay, as always, in our portfolios, we have a template for this. What is a template? A template is literally this Google PowerPoint, this Google Slides presentation where you can just replace your research and your what you have found to create your presentation. So you don't have to create it from scratch. We actually prefer that you use the template. It makes it easier for us to grade. So opening up the template, which you can find on your lesson intro page and in the description of this this video, you will see that you will need to make a copy of this template first. So let's go over how to do that again. You go to File, make a copy of the entire presentation. And when you do that, it's going to ask you what you want to name it and where you want to save it. So you can make a copy of your own. Remember, I can't allow you to change my copy because it would change it for everybody. So that's why you have to make a copy of your own. Okay, so right here, once you have made your own copy, you can edit it any way you want. So this is your title page. You can decorate it, you can put a picture, you can change the font, all of those things. But please replace this with a title. So many people just leave this that says title page, and that's not a complete presentation. On slide 2, this is where you choose your broad topic, water pollution, and your area of focus, acid rain. And then that way we know what you are researching in your presentation. On slide 3, this is where you're going to show us your article that identifies the severity of the problem. Remember, if you were doing like acid rain, you would put your broad topic here, acid rain is your focus, and the title of your article. Here you are going to do a short summary paragraph of that article, just 3 to 5 sentences about what the article is. Tell me the severity of acid rain according to your article. Then you're going to want to take the citation from your article. What does that mean? The actual URL code from your article needs to go here. I should be able to click on a hyperlinked URL right here and it take me to the article that you used. On the 4th slide, you're going to do the same thing, except this article, remember, is the solution to your problem. So you only have to do one article for the severity and one article for the solution. If you're reading the instructions in the lesson, it might tell you to find like 4 articles. You do not have to do that. You only have to have one for the severity and one for the solution. So we've made it easier for you. Here you again have a short summary paragraph, 3 to 5 sentences about solutions to acid rain or whichever one you chose. On slide 5, you want to identify 3 things that individuals could do. This is maybe what you could do, but what are 3 things that individuals could do to help that environmental issue? And then finally, on the last slide, you'll have 3 things that the government could do. That could be city government, state government, a federal government. That could be, global organizations. But 3 things that larger agencies could do to help with that. And then that's all you have to do. You might have another slide on your template that says, citations. You could put all your citations on the last page as well. Go to File, download it as a PDF, and save it to your computer to upload in the Dropbox. And then that's it. Hopefully this video has helped you and answered all of your questions about the Unit 8 portfolio. But if you need help, remember to attend Academic Help Room, or webmail, text, or call your teacher. Or if your teacher has a You Can Book Me, you can set an appointment and they will call you back. Thank you for listening. Good luck.